And,
I sure would.
And let me know why we need to do this today.
We absolutely need to do this today based on a very simple premise. The Corporation Council and the mayor has basically said that our budget is not legal. And one of the points that is being pointed out is the fact that the amendment that we did does not conform to the county code. Let me repeat that. They have come forward and said that our budget is legal based on the fact that the amendment that we did to reduce the 2% by $1 million does not conform with the county code. So if you do not pass this, we've just negated our budget. We've just basically, in one fallen swoop, basically said that what we did is we're not going to have a budget that will pass legal muster. In order to be able to have that amendment in place, the change on the county code needs to be done now, because if it's not done now, then what you have is an amendment that does not match the county code. So all of us, I mean the majority of the council members voted for that amendment to reduce it from 4 million to 3 million roughly. You know, instead of taking half of it, we took, 1.5, we just took 0.5%. But by voting for that amendment, what we did is we set something in the budget that has been brought forward by Corporation Council that is not in sync with what the code is. And that's the reason why Mr. Ikeda, first of all, brought his amendment through to make the code in sync. And what we agreed upon, at least at that time of the discussion, was that what we need to do is make the county code and the charter consistent, so that there is no ambiguity as far as how much money should be placed in there. It'll be a minimum 1% or anything else above that. So I want you guys to be very careful about this, because I know in our hearts what we're saying is that we support the 2% fund. But this action of not supporting Bill 63 will negate the entire budget, which means it will revert back to the mayor's budget on May 5th, because this now we wouldn't have the consistency in the code and the charter. Now, if someone in the future wants to bring up a charter amendment, which I think is what the right avenue, we should have brought up the 2% in the first place. First, instead of being in a code, it should have been an initiative that dealt with it in the county. Instead of in the code, it should have been in the county charter. If someone in the future wants to bring forward something that says we need to change the charter to say it'll be a minimum of 2%, then so be it. But right now, folks, if we don't vote for Bill 63, it basically will have a conflict between what the code says and what the county charter says, which would negate the council budget. This is a lot bigger than just a 2% here, folks. A lot bigger. Thank you. I think we should vote positively on Bill 63. It'll clear up a lot of gray area that we can end today by voting for it. And I think it's certainly a good bill. With that, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Blas?
Aye.
Ms. Ford?
Aye.
Mr. Hoffman?
Aye.
Mr. Ikeda?
Aye.
Mr. Onishi?
Excused?
Mr. Pilago?
No.
Ms. Smart?
Aye.
Ms. Yoshimoto?
Aye.
Chair Yagong?
Aye.
Chair Yagong, you have 7 ayes.
Thank you. Bill 63 passes. Madam Clerk, would you please go to Resolution 88-11, please?
Resolution 88-11, resolution authorizing the retention of special counsel by the Hawaii County Council to provide legal opinion regarding 1. Form and/or legality of Bill 29 Draft 4, the proposed operating budget for the County of Hawaii for fiscal year 2011 to 2012, as adopted by the Hawaii County Council on June 1, 2011. 2. The veto message for Bill 29 Draft 4, as transmitted by the Honorable Mayor William P. Kenoi, dated June 15, 2011. And 3. The letter by Corporation Counsel Lincoln T. Ashida to Finance Director Nancy Crawford, dated June 14, 2011, regarding Bill 29 Draft 4, establishes the necessity for authorizing the hiring of special counsel to provide legal opinion to the Hawaii County Council regarding Bill 29 Draft 4. Mayor William P. Kenoi's vote of Bill 29 veto of Bill 29 Draft 4, and Corporation Counsel Lincoln S.T. Ashida's June 14, 2011 legal communication alleging legal infirmities. Special counsel shall be compensated at an hourly rate or rates consistent with prevailing rates in the community for specified services to be rendered for a total compensation not to exceed $8,000. This resolution was introduced by Ms. Chiagong and waived by the Finance Committee.
Mr. Pilago?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Motion to approve Resolution 88-11.
Seconded by Ms. Ford. Discussion. Now, I'm assuming that the council wouldn't mind the same privilege that I had during the earlier bill to begin the discussion. Is that okay? Any objections to that, council members?
No objection.
Okay, thank you. And thank you, Ms. Pilago, for making the motion. Sorry, go ahead, Mr. Ikeda, you have the floor.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. I really didn't want to say anything. I wanted to listen to the discussion, and for me, I have a hard time because I remember when this particular section came up during our budget hearing, I kind of warned us that be careful, there's no such things as we were doing, and it might be illegal, and now it's hitting us in the face. And Corporation Counsel stated it's not quite legal. And I kind of agree with their opinion. And so I want to support you, but I kind of warned the council at the time that this was going to happen. But we still, the council still passed it 5-4. And so, like I said, I have a hard time. I'm not sure which way I'm going, but at this time, I cannot support the resolution because I don't quite feel it is correct. I think deep in our hearts, we all know how we want to go, one way or the other. And I think we're having a lot of discussion, but I think we're all ready to vote. Thank you.
Thank you. And so with that, I just want to say that council members give us the opinion, give us the opportunity to seek that opinion that would help us do our work. If we do vote against this, I really feel it's not going to allow us to do the work of the people. Madam Clerk?
Is Resolution 88-11 as it is originally written what we're voting on?
That is correct.
Not an amendment?
Yes, that's correct. Madam Clerk?
Mr. Bloss?
No.
Ms. Ford?
Aye.
Mr. Hoffman?
Aye.
Mr. Ikeda?
No.
Mr. Onishi?
No.
Mr. Pilago?
Aye.
Ms. Smart?
Aye.
Ms. Yoshimoto?
No.
Chair Yagong?
Aye.
Chair Yagong, you have 5 ayes.
Council members, as you know, in order to hire special counsel, you need 6 votes. You need 2/3 vote. So with only 5 votes cast in ayes, then the measure fails. Okay. Council members, is there? Oh, just a quick announcement, if I could. Pursuing the council rule number 2, I'd like to announce that we will be convening a special meeting of the council scheduled on Thursday, June 30th, 2011 at 10:30 a.m. here at the Hilo Council Room. The purpose of the meeting is to consider an override of the mayor's veto of Bill 29 Draft 4 and also to consider Bill 63, which passed first reading today. Video conferencing will be available at the Waimea and Kona Council offices for public attendance and